It's a DT exclusive.
Yo, this your boy DT from DT's Unfiltered Uncensored, live here in Conyers, Georgia at Heritage High School. I'm sitting down here with the Heritage Patriots varsity basketball team. And this is a special I'm doing. I'm reaching out to a lot of high schools trying to sit down with the team after the season to talk a little bit about how they felt about the season win, what they think about the overall their personal performance, how the team performed, some disappointments, some excitements from the season. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna give each one of the guys a chance to introduce themselves so the audience know who they are, and we're gonna start down here to my left.
My name is Kirk, Seeley, class of 2024. I played the two guard, and I'll play with AC Georgia, and I have a 3.3 GPA.
My name is Bobby Bugs. I'm class of 2026, and I play the 1 and 2 guard, and I'll be playing with 85 this summer.
My name is Anthony Reid, class of 2023. I'm signing with Bruton Parker College.
Gabe, Guilford, class of 2023. Played a 1 and 2. Undecided, but I got a 3.7 GPA.
My name is Okil Freeman, class of 2024. I played a 3, but I'm undecided by AAU, and I got a 3.3 GPA.
Hello, my name is Jayden Scott, class of 2026. I played a 1, and for AAU this year, I'm going to be playing with Team Loaded. My GPA right now is at a 4.0, and for college, nothing yet.
My name is Bryson Thompkins. I'm class of 2024. I played a 3, and I'm not playing. I'm undecided for travel ball this year, and for college, I'm undecided also.
My name is Hunter Richards, class of 2024. Played the center, and I'm undecided for travel ball this right now. As of right now.
Okay, guys, I appreciate you introducing them. And Coach.
Hey, Coach Anderson, head boys coach at Heritage High School.
Okay, so Coach, you had a pretty good season this year. Y'all finished 18-6 for your 2022-23 season. With 10-2 in the region. Only lost 2 games to Wyandotte on East Side. Before we jump into how the season went, tell me, how did you go about picking the group of players that you had this season during tryouts?
Yeah, so during tryouts, it's always who stands out with their skill set. If they're coachable, if they listen to directions, if I have to tell somebody, more than 2 or 3 times, that's not a good look. But putting this team together wasn't too hard. I mean, I must admit. And then just the camaraderie that formed and began to blossom was really special. Early in the season, like late October, early November, I felt really good about this team. And, albeit we're young, for the most part, it wasn't that hard to put this team together.
Okay, good. Because like I said, I've seen y'all play quite often this season. You got a good group of young men on this team. Was it hard for you to make cuts, or was it pretty easy after you looked at after the first day? Because sometimes I know some coaches, and I coached for a while doing AAU. You kind of know after the first day who you really like. You just want to see the last few days. You made. Let me see if I want to pick them up. How was it?
Sure. Now that's tough. I mean, honestly, outside of picture day, making cuts is the worst part of my job. This is really the worst part, because when you're putting a team together, you're thinking about positions and depth, and there might be some other skilled players, but they're just, I don't need that skill at a certain position. So we're really guard heavy, this year. 2 young guys, Gabe being a senior, knows the system, knows the vocabulary we use. Okil, Kirk. So I felt really good about our guards, and so making cuts was hard and difficult outside of the guard play. But I felt good about it, and again, it's hard. It's the worst part of any coach's job is making cuts.
Okay. And how many years you been here at Heritage?
This is my 4th year here. No, I'm sorry. This was my 3rd year here.
Okay. And who on this roster that been with you since you started?
Okay. My math is backward. This was my 4th year. I've had Gabe and Anthony all 4 years.
Okay.
They both started out on the 9th grade team, and both of them dressed varsity at the end of that year with R.J. Nord and James White. And then Levon, who's not with us right now, he takes classes off campus. He played JV 1 year and joined us again. Then when the one senior we did add that was new to everything was one of the football players, Ty, number 23.
Okay, cool. So, guys, I want to start with you all. I know, I'm gonna start with the freshmen real quick because we got 2 of them on the team. If you could, y'all got the mics in your hand. Okay, cool. When y'all came to trials, how was it? What was your feeling like? I know y'all just coming to high school, leaving middle school, and I know the goal is really to make varsity as a freshman. A lot of time, some want to make the team, but a lot of want to get varsity. I'm gonna start with you, Bobby. What was it like getting out there, getting on the court, trying out, and then find out you made varsity?
It felt good, but I had already played fall league, so already and plus I know the pace of the game, and I already played fall league with the team. So
Okay.
Well,
What about you, Jayden?
coming to trials, I just wanted to just prove that I was skillful enough and just knew the game enough to be on the varsity team and just prove that I will be able to play. And really just came in there with just humble and came in there ready to compete against anyone who was on the other side. So, and then when I did find out I made the varsity team, I was glad, I was happy, real happy.
Okay, that's pretty good. So on after trials, and I want to go to Gabe on this. Gabe, I know you've been here 4 years, and I want you to get to y'all been here all 4 years. What did you feel when you seen Coach put this group together? And I know this your last season. What was your feelings like after find out who made the team? Because I know you got 2 freshmen on the team. How did you feel about who was selected? I'll start with you, Gabe.
I felt as if we was kind of small, but that was kind of an advantage because we would be able to run the floor. But I had no problem with the people that made the team because I knew like we could all hoop. We were skillful enough. And yeah.
You went.
Oh no, starting the season, like I like everybody on the team. Everybody got skill. We're fast, undersized, but that worked with our speed and skill. So I was confident in the team from the jump.
Okay. And Okil, I want to ask you this question. What do you feel like the chemistry with the team? How long did it take for y'all to build chemistry as a whole? And I don't want. I'm trying to get names, so don't get me wrong. Right. Kirk, get past Mike to Kirk. So, what did y'all feel about the chemistry on the team? How y'all felt about it? How long it took for y'all to bond? I start with your Okil.
I mean, it didn't take that long. Like we all been playing basketball for the longest, so it's really just we just been playing. So we just fit with each other and do what we need to do to play the best we could play.
You, Kirk.
I feel like we came together quick on and off the court, and we just came together.
Okay. And pass it down. So right, Hunter. Okay, got a quick question for y'all. I watch y'all play. I think y'all do a lot of the dirty work that got that show up on the stat sheet. Did y'all was that what y'all did at trials? Like y'all was really grinding, getting out there, getting the rebounds, playing aggressive on defense. And I'll start with you, Hunter, first on that. How was it? Like your defense? 'Cause I know you got a great defensive presence on.
I didn't play my sophomore year, but as a returning player, I felt like I had to stand out a little bit more, and to coach a little bit more and just go harder than everybody else because I really wanted it. So that's what kept me going, and just yeah, I had to do a bunch of the rebounds and stuff that other players wasn't willing to do. So yeah, that stood out to me.
Okay, so one thing I watch y'all defense is pretty aggressive, which I love aggressive defense. What is something that y'all? What is one of the y'all favorite drills like Coach run during practice that get y'all? And anybody could chime in on this that get you going in practice. I know y'all want some defensive drill. What do y'all think is y'all
Uh,
favorite drill to do?
Well, whenever One thing is shell drills. Shell drills taught us the discipline in defense, the rotations. But really, when he throw out that ball and say 5-on-5 scrimmaging, all you hear is trash talk. Everybody wanted to lock their man up. I know players who almost got in a fight at practice because they man cause he couldn't score in the man. Like it wasn't easy. Practice was really hard. It made the game easier to us.
Another drill. Well, it wasn't really a drill; it was just a play. It was like 55. Everybody get a man full court and trap the corners.
Anybody else want to chime in on the defensive part?
Fall league. Well, we had a different coach, like Anderson could coach, but we had to do defensive drills before the practice, and then you just make us keep doing it. So I feel like that was straight.
Nah, like anything relating to defense, we all like real grimy, gritty. So we don't, real competitive nature. Always want to win.
Okay. So, what is one of y'all favorite plays to run on the team?
5 seconds left. Coach called 4 flat.
Oh boy, here we go.
Everybody get out the way. Everybody got out the way. I feel like that's one of my favorite plays to run. But to score or get my team involved, probably Georgia, set an off-ball screen, get my guys open for shots. We ran that a lot this year for Gabe. Knocked down a lot of threes from that play.
My favorite play, probably box up or pit. Ball screen is just getting other folks open, having a lot of options for people to score. It really worked a lot, and people couldn't really stop it.
Nah, I like the box up in like Indiana, like pick the picker, like real misdirection. Not really, but like just shots.
My favorite play is probably Florida because most of the time I got a mismatch on a big man, so it's really easier to score. But all I play is really work though. But that's my favorite.
Stop saying all our college names for our plays, guys.
My favorite play was probably Okil, just like Okil said, Florida, because on the wings it get me open for the shot, or I could pump fake and drive to the paint. I like Vegas. Helped us. We could play spread the floor and half court. Was able to get us some good mid range buckets in quick time.
Mine was probably like 14 against a zone because the picker by the elbow, like it would free up a 3-point shot for the guy on the wing.
Mine was 14, being able to just break down the defense off the 2-3 and get an open shot.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on. My favorite play was just whatever worked for the ball to go in the hole.
Okay. I was just about to ask you. Coach, I'm going to ask you this question. What is one thing you teach your boys throughout the season for them to become better players? Because I know a lot of coaches have different philosophies.
Right. One thing I harp on is floor spacing. And, a lot of coaches and trainers and these guys, they play all year long with different people. And, there's a lot of cones, there's a lot of individual work. But as a head coach, and you could probably talk to, all high school head coaches in the state, floor spacing, foul line extended, the elbow, really, it's a game of math. It's a game of floor spacing. And so we talk a lot about that. And the more you spread the floor, the better opportunities, our players are going to have to go one-on-one and to get, one-on-one opportunities. And that's the strength we have, with the group I have this year.
Okay. Cool. So, you had something you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
It was a pick off ride. Because one thing he taught me, especially me and Bobby, he joined us, is like just staying the same way we came into school, the same way he wants to lead, the same way, but even 10 times better, and just be yourself and just don't let others influence you.
Right, because who we are now isn't who we're going to be next season or their junior or senior year or college ball. Or as a coach, 5 years from now, we're always learning. We always want to grow. And, I hope I set that example with these guys and, just challenging myself and challenging themselves to be better every day and to get outside their comfort zones.
Right. Okay, so y'all have I looked at one of y'all biggest, and I don't know if anybody want to disagree with me on this one. One of y'all biggest wins of the year is when y'all beat Tucker, and I don't know if anybody want to disagree. Y'all won 57-54. That was a major win. How did y'all feel after that game?
After that game, it was hype. Like after that game, I felt like that was a tone setter for the season. Like that game really showed us that we could do it, and we after that it gave us more confidence. And I feel like after that win, it was just all goes.
Yeah, after we won that game, it was a real confidence boost. We felt like we could do big things throughout the season. But with that confidence boost, we got not like ahead of ourselves, but like we're started like playing down to whoever we played again, which is why we accumulated some of those losses.
After that game, we was turned. We just felt like we beat them, we can beat anybody. So yeah.
Well, after that game, we were like Gabe said, we was lit, like because there was a lot of talk going on, talking about they number 7 and they better than everybody in the
Number
league.
5.
But number 5, my bad. Talking about they was better than everybody, so we came out and we had to do. We got the dub.
Well, everybody don't have to chime in if you want to. There's no force on that. So real quick, one of y'all highest scoring games, which y'all probably know, was against Towers, 94-45. I'm not going to say what I really thought, but good God, what I mean, what, who, how many? Did everybody have double doubles in the game? I mean, had like double points because 94-45. I mean, huh? Tell me about that game because I didn't show up for that game, so I don't know too much about. So okay, go ahead, Gabe.
All right. So at first we were playing bad. It was like close at halftime.
Really?
So yeah, it was like 30-29 at halftime. Coach gave us a little speech. I ain't gonna say what he said.
I can imagine.
But yeah, everybody just played hard. It didn't matter who scored. We was all past sharing the rock. Yeah, we just came out with a great win.
So let me say something about that because I know I've been asked Coach on this. I'll say at halftime the score was what?
30-29.
30-29. So Coach, and I know you don't want to go in that detail. What did you say at halftime to turn these boys around? Because if it was 30 at halftime, that means y'all dropped almost 64 points in the second half.
Right. We did score a lot in the third and fourth quarter, and obviously had to be 30. But what I do remember about that game was the defense, and you bring up that we scored 90 plus points, but that was really brought on because we turned up on the defensive end, and in our 55 and full court trapping defense, and yeah, we had some words of encouragement for the young men at the half, and can we make this thing go faster? I say that throughout the year. Can we make this thing go faster?
Right.
Going fast, but can we go faster?
Right.
And yeah, playing at home does help. Our rims, depth perception, being comfortable, and so the defense fed our offense, and we shot the ball with confidence. And there's always games where there's nothing I can say or do that's going to influence the win or loss. And I might have jumped them at the half, but they just played harder in the second half, and we were the better team.
Right. Jayden, you want to chime in on the Towers game real quick?
Yeah, to piggyback over that, like Gabe said, this first half it was sloppy. We didn't come out how we should have, but at halftime, I ain't never seen Coach get that mad, but it motivated us. It made us wake up and show him like we can't play around. We can't let them just stick around. So we came out fighting, turned up the defense. Offense what came, and the offense started flowing in as we got more stops and transition buckets.
Okay, so besides that, because you said you never seen Coach that mad, so I seen him pretty mad during the Wine and Barrel game at halftime. So he was worse than that. Ooh, what? Because Wine and Barrel, he kind of
Barrel halftime. He got on my boy Okil. We were playing kind of soft, so we had to. Well, Coach Anderson had a little talk with Okil, basically saying he the reason we losing. He came out, played hard.
Yeah, Okil played a great second half that game. I remember that.
Played a great second half. Had like
I think
19 in the second half.
In the second half in that game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like 19 in the second half.
Oh, So let's talk about the second highest score game, which was against Salem. Y'all had 86 points. Let's talk about that game.
It's a rival game, you know. Everybody locked in. Yeah.
Was it a home or away game?
Away game.
Away.
It was away, but it's Conyers. They know everybody.
Who said hometown? That
That was still my home court.
Oh, that's your. Oh, it was your home. So it was your home court.
Everybody goes home.
Yeah.
Okay. Coach, what do you think about the Salem game going away, playing against a rivalry?
It's always tough. These kids here in Rockdale County, they get up for these local games, and they really get up for them. And so, but the other thing is, sure, it's an away game, but these guys, they compete against each other in the off season. Whether it's at Heritage or Salem or Rockdale, these kids, these guys get together and they play pickup. So there's a level of being comfortable there, and being in a hostile environment, being the away team, that also fuels, the away team always. And I was really, really happy with that win, because playing Rockdale and Salem is always a gritty game.
Okay. How did y'all feel about playing against Rockdale?
That game.
Because
second game of the year.
Yeah, I was at that game. It was pretty heated. Go ahead.
So the rivalry, it goes all the way back to middle school. I'm talking about Conyers versus Edwards, and Edwards versus Davis. I met most of these guys during my middle school season. Davis versus Conyers and just stuff like that. So when we played Rockdale, we was hyped because we knew these people outside of the school. These are we know these people's parents, and we go over these people's houses like we're friends outside of the school. So the rivalry just goes all the way back.
Okay.
Even though this only my second year here, like I could tell like the intensity between all three schools, and especially Rockdale. Even though I see the dude every day in class and stuff like that, it's really intense when we play them. So that was a real big game.
Real quick. So what you was at your freshman year?
I was in Pittsburgh. I was at a school called Woodland Hills.
Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay. I didn't know that.
Just like Okil said, the energy that was different. Like that whole week, the game we played with Rockdale, the school, you could just tell random people coming to you, tell y'all we're not gonna beat them. People was doubting, and the moment we touched the court, like you could just feel it. It was a different vibe, and we just had it's either you came ready to play or you just didn't, and we showed up. We was ready for that game.
I was told from a parent in a crowd that day that it was on news. They was on news talking about some players on news actually talking about they was going to beat y'all in the game. The Rockdale.
Yeah, people was bet money.
They supposed to send me the clip, the news clip, and but they didn't beat y'all.
Also, I told myself I wasn't losing to no Rockdale County school. So, yeah,
so you was guaranteed. You made sure the victory, no matter what, you weren't leaving that court without a win.
Nah, I ain't losing to no Rockdale County school.
Yeah, we've won the last 4 years in a row here against Rockdale.
Okay.
We haven't lost to Rockdale at home. We lost to them once at their place. I'm just speaking on my 4 years, and once at a neutral place. But yeah, Gabe and Ant, they're undefeated against Salem and Rockdale at home these 4 years.
Cool. So, guys, let me ask you a question. And I want to talk more to the guys who've been here last year and the year before. Y'all moved from one region. Well, y'all moved from one region to another region. So y'all got different caliber of players, different teams. What do you, Gabe? I'm gonna ask you this question and give Mike too. So I'm gonna ask both of y'all the question. Which region has been more difficult? This one y'all in now, or the one that y'all had before?
Last year was definitely the harder region, because the teams in our region, they was going far in state. Grovetown, they won state. So
No, last year was definitely more difficult, but not like every team was more difficult. There was some teams that were worse than others, but being in the region with Grovetown, who went to state, made it way more difficult than the region we're in now, which everybody's pretty much equal.
Yeah. I mean, in the travel, playing in that region in Augusta with Grovetown, Evans, and Lakeside, and coming home late on a Tuesday night. And
Grovetown was where?
Augusta.
Woo.
Yeah, it's off exit 190, and I'm from Augusta. But Grovetown won the state championship our last year in that region, and that was a tough region. It's hard for me to say which one's harder, but the travel is a lot better in this region. with teams, within an
The
hour.
farthest y'all travel is Flowery Branch. That's the longest one.
Yeah, Flowery Branch was probably an hour and 20 on the bus, depending on our bus driver. Shout out.
Oh man.
But yeah, a lot better travel with this region.
Okay. I didn't know Grovetown was in Augusta. That's something I didn't know. Okay, so let's jump to region play. Y'all had 2 losses, and one was at the buzzer. So let's jump onto that because I know that I know that hurt hard. And whoever want to dive into this first, I want to hear from Bobby because Bobby's sitting there chilling right now. Bobby, yeah, Kirk as well. Both of them chilling with us. I want to hear from both of y'all. What was y'all emotion like at the end of that game with losing the buzzer to Eastside?
At the end, I was kind of like, yeah, I was like devastated. Like I didn't even see the ball going. I just turned around. I see everybody jumped up. But in that game, I don't think we really came off like as hard as we really do. On my half, like I had a couple of turnovers, so I could have like changed the game if I had less turnovers. But yeah, I was devastated because like everybody jumped up after that full half court shot.
It was a tough loss. We shouldn't have let ourselves get to that point, but it is what it is. It was crazy after, but we knew what we needed to do after that game.
Kirk,
And that's the
I know you're a
game-
man of few words. I already know that.
That's the game where I think that's where Gabe hit a shot with 3 seconds to put us up to. Were you at this game?
No, I mean,
So we're
was that
down.
home or away?
It was at Eastside. So we're down 1, and we come out of timeout and drop a play, and it actually worked. And Gabe got a good look and cashed out.
Gabe's a bucket.
And they came out and made 2 passes in like 3 or 4 seconds, and you got to tip your hat. I mean, he made a good shot, a contested shot at that. But yeah, that was devastating.
Boy, Jayden was crying.
I'm gonna tell you one of my. I came to most of y'all games, and I told a few people this. One of my, it wasn't y'all. One of my most funny experiences sitting between Bobby's dad and Gabe's mom. Woo!
Good luck.
Okay, y'all, boy, they was loud the whole game. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, and I said, yeah. I sat between both of them. And so like then your mom would give me an earful. Your dad would give me an earful the whole time. Like, oh my God. Like, oh. I was like, I said in the wrong spot because they were loud for the whole crowd. Like they I don't forgot what game it was, but it was very entertaining sitting up between them two. Y'all lost at home on the road against Winder. Talk to me about that because I was really shocked when I seen the score.
We just ain't come to play. And props to their coach, they knew all of our plays. So yeah, they was sitting down on a lot of our plays.
I didn't tell them. I don't think I told them, but I didn't tell them. So
Yeah.
No, yeah, they could probably run most of the plays better than we could, but they knew it. Like second half started, and they just everybody on that team was ready to play more than we were.
I think they played harder, but they did know our plays and like they knew our movement. So like we really couldn't run. We couldn't run our plays like Georgia. We couldn't run that. They was calling out our plays for us like during like each possession. We'll come up the court. We'll call a play. They already know like calling it out.
So they watched a lot of video footage of that game. They knew exactly what y'all were running. So bro, I had a mic bugged on y'all area. I'm just kidding. What crowd is the most hostile? Yeah, y'all want to. What? Yeah, who?
Flowery Branch.
Definitely Flowery Branch. It was chatting the whole game.
Yeah.
Flowery Branch was the most hostile. It was Flowery Branch. They were just talking crazy the whole game. That one of our players got him suspended because he was talking back. But yeah, Flowery Branch was the most hostile crowd we've seen.
Facts.
Okay. Anybody else want to chime in?
Yeah, I thought they were all fun. Yeah, I thought Flowery Branch had good energy. Loganville had good energy. Jefferson had good energy. Eastside was pretty good energy. So better. I mean, you talked about last year's region. I think this year's region has better support at the home games.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, outside of Grovetown. But as a region as a whole, I thought this region was tough.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You said Grovetown's in Augusta. How was it when they came here? Did fans come here?
No.
Okay.
These fans in this region will travel because, again, I think because the gyms are closer, the schools are closer.
See, I think it depends on your school too, because I like if Wheeler go somewhere, they're following Wheeler wherever that Wheeler go. It gonna be a bus load of them and stuff like that. Guys, what do you and each one y'all go on this? What's your most memorable game for you this year?
Mine was Clark Central.
Why?
I was 100% from the field, 3 for 3 from the 3-point line. Had a bad free throw percentage, but we had a good game. I came in off the bench with energy, defense, offensively too.
So
I was probably Esau game. I came out with, I had a lot of energy that game. I
agree.
think 19. But yeah, it was just the energy, energy of that game.
My most memorable game had to be against Salem. I came out a whole lot
home or away?
away.
Away, because that was your home court.
Yeah, I'm still at home.
You stay at home.
Yeah, but no, I had came out with a lot of energy. Started off, I had my first thing. No, I tried to dunk on somebody, I missed. And after that, still, kept the same energy. Ended up, 20-point game. Felt pretty good about that.
My most memorable game was senior night. Had 30. I just had to leave it all out on the floor because it was my last home game. I definitely was not gonna lose that game. But yeah.
Which game you said again, sir?
Senior night.
Oh, senior night. Okay.
First Flowery Brent.
Okay.
My most was Loganville. I went 100% from the field. I think I finished with like 19. And yeah, I don't know. I just came on the court ready to play and then left it all out. That's it.
My most memorable game was against our rival Salem. I had a complete game that game. I had 17 points, 7 assists, and 7 steals. So I just really feel like I just completed the stat chart and played good to get the win.
My most memorable game was probably Towers. After we came out after that half, I got a defensive steal and an offensive rebound and passed it to my boy BP. Shout out to him. And he ended up scoring. Yeah, that was my most memorable game.
My most memorable game had to be at Clark Central. Probably one of my best rebounding games the season. Had good energy going in and out. So went on the court with all I had and left it all on the court.
Okay. I just remember the game when I said between y'all parents. It was the Tucker game. That's when I said between y'all parents at the Tucker game. And it was going off on the referees and stuff like that. Very interesting game. Okay, so like I said, y'all had a pretty good season. A lot of teams didn't even I seen nowhere in the record like what y'all had. I know y'all went 10-2. Let's jump to region playoffs. So y'all finished first in the region before the start. And then something happened, something turned, something changed. What do y'all think happened? Because I predicted y'all to win the region. I'm gonna be honest, I had y'all win the region all the way, win the whole thing. What happened, Gabe? Since you grabbed the microphone first, I definitely want to hear from you because you're the captain of the team, you're a senior. So what happened?
We just didn't come to play none of the games. All the teams played harder than us. We ain't dive on the floor, wasn't boxing out, wasn't running plays correctly, just bad showing.
Yeah, I feel like we just didn't come locked in for the region playoffs. We dropped the ball at the last moment and it cost us, but I feel like we still had a great season, but we could capitalize next year. But yeah, the region playoffs, it wasn't our best performance at all.
Now going into the region tournament, with the 1 seed, we had sort of felt like entitled that we were going to win. We had to go out there and play for us. So we went out there with that mindset. Everybody else came to win. So that's like kind of what shut us down.
Coach, you want to chime in?
Yeah, that week, being tied at 10-2 with Winder and winning the coin toss and getting the 1 seed, to hear these guys talk about things, that we didn't do or they didn't do individually, you have to credit Jefferson. They played an excellent game, and we were down most of that game. I think we went up 2 or 3 briefly in the fourth, and they shot 57% on threes that game. I forget 8 of 19 or something like that. But it was 57% on threes because the stats blew me away the next day. And so, yeah, sure, there are things we could have done. We could have played harder, this and that. But, they were peaking and we weren't at the right time. They beat Flowery Branch, 2 nights before. Then they beat us, and they ended up taking Winder to the very end and lost by 2 in the region championship game. So you have to credit Jefferson and their players and staff there. And then, you go to the third seed consolation game with Eastside 2 days later, and everybody on that court just looked flat, both teams, and they pulled away in the fourth quarter, and you start fouling and they make free throws, and the score looks a little different. But yeah, that wasn't good. But now that we've had time to separate from it, going 10-2 in the regular region schedule was big. Picking up 18 wins, beating Tucker was probably my most memorable game as a coach for the year. But that was a tough week. That was a tough week dropping those games to Jefferson and Eastside. But credit to those guys for sure.
Would y'all say y'all felt like the most disappointing game this season was losing during the region playoffs or prior to the region playoff?
Region.
Lost to Jefferson.
You lost to Jefferson in region playoff?
Yeah.
Yeah, region.
Anybody else wanna?
For me, probably losing to Arabia. That was before
Losing to who?
Arabia Mountain. We lost by what? 2? We lost by. It was a foul on the last play. It was a 3, and he had an and one. We lost by a buzzer.
Arabia Mountain, man. Coach had put me in, and we went. They was in a 2-3. I would never forget. And we went to Vegas, and I was in short corner, and Kirk had the ball. He dropped it down to me, and I ended up going to the line, and I ended up missing both free throws. And we were like Okil said, we were only down. What? Who was down? Oh, well, my free throws could have put us up, and I felt like I lost that for us because I didn't hit all my free throws. So
Most disappointing game for me was when we lost to Eastside, because we got ourselves in that position. So that game, really not determined how our season was going to turn out. But, we could have went out. If we beat Eastside, we would have played Calhoun. I feel like that would have been a more winnable game than when we played Hiram, which was definitely the most disappointing game.
We're going to get into that in a second. Nobody else see on? Okay, we good. Okay, let's jump to state playoffs. We're going to get to that now. Y'all had an uphill battle. Battling, I think it was number 4 in 5A 3. So Kels was number 2, right? Yeah. Because Eagles Landing was number 1. Number 3. What was I'm gonna ask Coach. I'm sorry with Coach first. What was the game plan from Jump Street? Because I know you looked at like, okay, we got to battle the number 3 team in
Right.
5A. What was the game plan?
To spread them thin, and I think I haven't seen the Jones County film, but Jones County just beat Hiram to advance to the Final Four.
Yeah.
And they probably did the same because I know I was talking to somebody pretty close with that they're guard heavy, and just like we are. And so we wanted to spread them thin and really milk the shot clock and minimize the possessions of that game. A lot of times with this group, we wanted to maximize possessions and play faster, but they were such a balanced team, really good team. We wanted to minimize possessions, and I think we were down 8 at the half, 28-20, and played a decent third quarter, but they blew it open in the fourth. But the game plan was to minimize possessions, rely on our guard play, spread them out, almost Dean Smith, 4 corners, and go one-on-one and make decisions after that.
Okay. Anybody else want to chime in? I would like to know what y'all mindset was like going into this game. Gabe, you get the mic up quick.
Going into the game,
Gabe don't want to talk about that game.
I was not confident, but I knew it was we had a chance to win the game. It wasn't like they're not a super team. They're really good. They're not unbeatable. So at the half, we were only down 8. I was really confident. I felt like we had a chance to close that gap and win. But after the third quarter, they blew it open. So got the whole team deflated and they pulled the win.
Like Ann said, we had a lot of confidence going into the second half, but really our mistakes killed us the most. Like we was getting stops, the possessions we needed, minimizing our possessions, but we just fumbled on ourselves, like minor mistakes and little mistakes like that comes back to haunt you big time at the end of the game, which it did for us.
Yeah, it was 28-20 at the half, and that team is used to scoring a lot of points, and so we felt pretty good going into the half, And I echo what Jayden said. We were getting some good stops. We just weren't maximizing on the offensive end. But yeah, the score, all that was, even though we're down 8, was in our favor. The pace was in our favor. It was 28-20, but they got 3 really good guards, and they started getting hot in the second half.
Okay. So unfortunately, I know y'all took a first round exit in the playoffs. What is? And I want to hear each person tell me what is something that you learned from this season, from the beginning to now, about yourself as a player that you're going to take. I'm gonna start with Kirk. We're gonna go down the road. That you learned at the beginning of the season to now, because I feel like if you didn't grow as a player over the season, it's something wrong, because every player should grow, no matter if you're at high school, AAU, college, or NBA level. You should always grow. What is something, Kurt, and going down the road? What did you learn about yourself from the beginning of the season to now?
I started learning during the season. I just need to get out my head and just play my game within the offense and all that. But it's mostly that, and just making better decisions on both defensive and offensive.
Okay.
I feel like I grew like more on offense, like by taking time, because this is the first time. Like this is my first time using the shot clock, and towards the end of the year, coach told us to like take more time, like in between the shot clock, like taking a last shot or like just milking the clock a little bit more.
Now, throughout the year, I've learned that it's always going to be a team that's just as ready as you are to win the game. Nobody ever wants to get on the court to lose. But another thing I learned was emotional intelligence. Get on the court. Words are exchanged, emotions get high, but you got to learn to control that and just play your game.
I feel like I became better as a team player during the summer. It was like, okay, I'm gonna just shoot everything. But this year, I had a lot of low scoring games due to defensive, and I just couldn't hit shots. But I had to trust in my teammates to carry us on to the win. Yeah.
I learned that body language is like a big thing to help a team win. Like if one person down, the whole team's gonna be down. So the only way for a team to win is if everybody's on the same page, everybody got the same energy, and that's it.
I learned how to be a better leader, like getting my team riled up, locking them in, or certain things I could say. Like my word choices, like I could say certain things to one person right here. Like I could be hard on Gabe, but the other person right here, they might not be able to take it. So I learned how to build them up, and not tear them down. So because we're all here for the same thing.
I was a little timid, and through these guys, they pushed me to be a better me. So through that, yeah, I commend them.
Learning, really movement, knowing where to be, where I need to be, situational, where I need to be, what time I need to move, when during a play, on off court, practice, learn how to push these guys to keep working, keep them from giving up, or if games out of hand, learn how to keeping us up so we can keep going, because we still, even though seniors might be leaving, we still got a team that's coming through next year that needs to learn how to be a team for the next season coming up and the season coming up after that.
Okay. Well, like I said, y'all had a good season. I know y'all got a lot to work on through the off season, and I know y'all doing travel ball. the returning guys. 'Cause I know we got two seniors that's about to graduate. Congratulations on that. Making it going to the next level. 'Cause I know both of y'all gonna do good wherever y'all play at. What are y'all boys looking for? And everybody, what are y'all looking forward to? No, the returning players. What y'all looking forward to next year? What are y'all gonna bring to the table? What is something you definitely gonna work on in the off season?
Next year, I feel like just pick up. We should. Someone got jokes. I feel like we should just pick up as a team first. Pick up where we left off last year. We did good all regular season. Just come back stronger for playoff time, around playoff time. Then that's when we really have to just up it a notch. Like regions, I feel like next year win the title, and for state, just make it real far and make history. But something I need to work out for myself is like just being more confident in my jump shot. Like I know I can shoot, just being more confident and putting trust in it.
For me is to make better reads, and also for me to just for me to work on my vocal, being more vocal on the court. So, and basically just lead better.
For me, maybe like for the whole team, it was like just to build IQ and to build IQ and get stronger over the season.
Mostly just to get stronger, like, and to shoot more shots. Really, since I'm gonna be a senior next year, I gotta take a higher role, I guess.
Probably with me is being stronger with the ball and just getting stronger in general and working on my ball handling skills and getting in the gym or getting in the weight room, getting stronger. Gotta work filling up the bag, getting the skills up, getting ready next season. Knowing what to do.
Okay, cool, guys. Well, you got stuff you got to work on, but I think y'all gonna be a great team still next year because y'all still got two freshmen that's still gonna be on varsity, and you got Okil who's gonna be senior next year. He's gonna be the captain of the team, so like
Sir,
that.
whoa.
Well, hopefully.
Whoa.
Yeah, don't start a fight on camera.
I'm voting for Okil to be captain of the team already. I'm putting my vote in right now. Okil, you gotta have different half
Kirk.
next year. You got to go different every game.
What color do you feel like he should have next year?
What colors? Huh? Well, I think he should. I think he should do the team colors. So
That's tough.
so do blue, then do red, and he light skin. He could do pink too. He could go all color. I mean, he can pull off. That's okay. He the man. I got real quick. I want to know who's the one always make y'all run suicides in practice. I want to hear that.
Coach Mac and Coach Trey.
What player? What player? Who's the one always get? Huh?
Made us? Oh no. Ty.
T1. Who the first one to get tired? I think I know who this. Who the first one to get tired? You want to stop?
Okil, Freeman.
Oh, okay. I just voted you as captain.
That's what I said. That's what I was gonna tell you.
Nah, B2.
Kid, kid, you slim. How you get tired so quick? Okay, who's the group clown? The team clown.
Ty locker room.
Who's the quietest between Kirk and Hunter? Who's the quietest one?
Hunter.
He's quieter than Kirk.
Oh, that's a good question.
No.
You, Kirk,
Coach, you don't be in the locker room.
I'm being honest.
Hey, Coach, you don't.
I didn't
be
know
in the
Kirk
locker room.
talked when I first came to the team.
No, Kirk doesn't. Kirk only talks like when he's around certain people, but
when I come in, even when I came into y'all locker room, I never heard Kirk talk. I was like, dude, he didn't say anything.
Locked in for the game.
So like that, I know he locked. I feel like if he locked in, but Kirk don't talk. I never really talked to Hunter much, but I didn't know Kirk talk. Who's the first one to finish? Y'all do suicide. Who's the first one to finish it all? Huh? I was just about to say, baby Bobby. He's a baseball player. He's known to run around from first base, second base, home runs and stuff like that. What is one thing I want y'all before we wrap it up? We're about to wrap it up. What is one thing you could say that you admire and respect so much about Coach Anderson?
his fight and his desire to win. He puts us in good positions to win, help us watch film, learn the other teams' plays, and just keep us motivated, get us up in the morning, open us the gym for us, let us shoot, just give us all the keys for success, basically. Give us the keys.
He always had his trust in me. If there was ever a time where he seen me open, not shooting the ball, he would get on me about it. And he always stay on me for defense, lateral quickness, all that, because I used to not play defense. But yeah,
Gabe didn't play defense. What?
One of his things I admire is communication. Even though it's blunt most of the time, he can communicate very well, and it gets through to most people. And if you don't, well, I mean, I guess you don't get it, but it get through.
Sometimes blunt is being good. I like blunt coach. You don't want the coach.
Blunt is better.
You don't want the coach to keep it to themselves
Yeah.
and then talk to everybody else, but talk to you.
Nah, I think Andy, he's like real, like blunt. His desire to win is like through the roof. So, he always knows what to do in what situation. Real professional guy.
Yeah, coach. He puts us in a position to win all the time. So his fight is like really there, like higher than most coaches. So
Okay, Bobby.
Oh, coach like wants to fight for every. It doesn't matter who we're playing, but he wants to fight for every win. Like even if we were playing like Towers, he'll get on us. It doesn't matter who we're playing. He just wants to win.
Anyone.
I feel like one of them is just that he wanted us to have a short-term memory, even if we had a bad game, or it's just like we weren't making shots and stuff. Like have a short memory so we can come back better. Just keep on playing.
What about Hunter?
LeBron.
Oh, that's his nickname, LeBron.
You know how much, how much you can tell how much he really wants to win. He wants to see us how much he wants to see us get better, be our best selves. Each year, each day, telling us to stay out of. Each day after practice, telling us to stay out of trouble, because he don't want us. He hate having to come up because one of us ain't doing, not doing what we're not supposed to do, doing something we're not supposed to do. So, you love how he just wants us to be our best selves.
Coach, what are something you can say about these boys that you're proud of them about?
Just the buy-in, man. Like this was by far, I've had some good teams here in my 4 years, but the buy-in with this team was a lot easier than teams past. And sure, I've probably had better skilled teams, but here, but this team right here, they bought in and they'll tell you. I mean, there are times in timeouts where I'll ask them, do we have the legs to go 55 or do we go zone here? And, I don't usually do that a lot. And, I don't know what they're used to, but, it was very inclusive. This locker room was very, very inclusive. It was a very we thing, you know what I'm saying? And so I was really, really happy and humbled with this team in that regard.
Okay. Jayden, you wanted to say something? You got the mic?
I'm good.
Okay. Let me get the mic to Gabe real quick. What are y'all gonna miss most about high school? Because y'all just finished y'all last season playing varsity basketball, so you about to go out to the next level. What are you gonna miss most about being here?
Oh nah, I'm most of them miss the teammates, Kirk, Okil. Maybe Kirk last year, but Kirk been here since my sophomore year, so I've been playing with him since then. Everybody else is like brotherhood, so I miss the boys playing with them.
I'm not gonna miss none of the teachers or nothing like that. But yeah, the hooping for sure. My brothers, came a long way. They counted us how we did what we were supposed to do. Yeah.
Yeah, you can say something.
One thing I'm gonna miss about the two seniors, Ant. I'm gonna miss arguing with Ant. I used to argue a lot, tell him to do something. He tell me something, but it was always a mutual feeling. But then we get right back on the same page and we just play. And one thing about Gabe, I miss, you saw it before the interview. Me and Gabe fight. We're gonna fight each other off the court, but when on the court, we're gonna fight for each other. And that's one thing. I'm gonna have his back, hit my back, and it's just a mutual brotherhood for the team.
Bro.
Okay, cool. So we real quick, we got a couple trophies sitting up here on the table. And I'm gonna walk around to the front because I didn't get the chance to look at it. So we have Bobby scored 300. You scored more than 3. You scored 300. What's your total number? Pass the mic.
I don't know.
Okay, but you scored 300. Yeah, for a freshman. So you on the pace to already hit 1,000 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely congratulations on that, man. Everybody give him a round of applause. Gabe, you scored 500. Is that for your 4 years?
No, he had 499 points this season.
This season.
Yeah, so varsity wise, he didn't quite get 1,000, but his 4 years here, he surpassed 1,000 points. You know,
Okay. All right, man.
JD
Congratulations on that. And Jayden Scott over 100 assists. So you be Pat saying like
Rondo.
Russ. So you be
Rondo.
Nah, just kidding.
Rondo.
Nah. Hey, congratulations on being a freshman getting 100 assists, guys. I just want to say, I appreciate y'all letting me be part of it. I mean, I know I'm on the outside part of the team, but I came to watch y'all play a lot, and I enjoyed watching y'all, getting to know y'all, doing
For
video
sure,
when
for
y'all
sure.
be that other team. I'm not gonna mention on my show. But, I was happy that and I look forward to seeing what y'all do next year. The people that graduating, congratulations on everything you accomplished. I wish I could have been talking to y'all after the state championship and y'all won and all. But hey, y'all did y'all best. Y'all made it out of region to state playoffs. I mean, y'all had hard competition, but the thing about it is y'all did what y'all could, and I commend y'all on that. I think y'all very talented group of players and stuff like that. So
Thank you.
look forward to next year.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Anything y'all want to say to the audience before we wrap this up?
Nah, y'all be easy.
I was gonna say thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Just stay on for the journey on Heritage. It's just the beginning.
We'll be back.
And thank you for having us.
No problem. I really appreciate y'all guys. So this is your boy DT from DT's Unfiltered Uncensored. Keep a lookout. Subscribe to my channel. See you next time.
Bobby's a sweat.
Yo.
Fortnite.
Mic drop.
No. It's DT. You have just now listened to the most talked about podcast in the country. DT Unfiltered Uncensored. Thank you for tuning in and see you next time.